Hey guys, Yathav here. Welcome to the first episode of the Theyathavshow. And today we have a very good friend of mine, Mr. Yap, a property advisor, to be part of our first episode. Hi Yap, thank you so much for being in my show. And please introduce yourself to our audience.
Oh, hi. Firstly, thanks Yathav for inviting me here to his studio. I'm Yap. I'm from IQI Realty Sdn Bhd. For past 6 years, I'm a property negotiator. As for now, I'm doing a lot of property advisory work for my clients to help them on all the related matters on their properties.
So Yap, based on your experience in the property industry, where do you see the market in the next 12 months, the property market?
As for me, I do see the property market is a long-term bull run market. Therefore, to maximize the potential in this year 2017, look for a newly launched project by good developers. Newly launched projects are that one really new in 2017, not the old projects that has been marketing for 2-3 years back. And good developer means they must have a good track record, so that a few years down the road you won't have any headache during the handover.
So yeah, what's your investment strategy for 2017?
For this year, I think it is still a buyer market. Therefore, for those people who has lots of bullets, which means they have a lot of financial reserve, they can look for good projects, okay, under construction by the developer, or look for good agents. Because I do see from the developer side, they are offering very good rebates and discounts that you can purchase property with very low capital. If you are going for secondary market, means the sub-sale market, a good agent can compare a number of products that serve to your needs, because they are experienced enough and they will give you the choices, the right choices for you to make. And this good agent in the market, they already do the first layer of filtering. Therefore, take the advantage of 2017, as now is the buyer market.
So yeah, we all know that you are a very good property investor. Could you please share with us a little bit how you start your property investment?
Yathav, I wouldn't say I'm a very good property investor, because in my field of work, I met a lot of clients and I do see very advanced investors in the market. But let me share how I get into my property investment, my whole journey. Basically, it can be divided into two parts. The first one, the beginner. When I was ready, I want to invest into property. At that time, I don't know anything yet. Therefore, I will open up the newspaper to go through all the advertisements, show up at all the sales gallery to know about all the project launches, went for every exhibitions, all the property exhibitions in KL, and also get some of the magazines, articles about property to read, all these things, just to gain my knowledge and how to start into property. And that time I'm still working a full-time employee 9-to-5 job, and I only have weekends. And my weekends will always full with all these activities, visiting all the sales gallery and exhibitions. And unfortunately, after I think about 2 years, I still unable to get my first property, because I was a bit worried at the time and fear. I don't know which one to buy for the right one. Eventually, this get me into a property agency, and from there, actually, I have the chance to go behind the scene, okay, to get up close with the developers, to know what are the technical considerations that they use, okay, before they start to build a buildings or even a township. And all these insights and information knowledge are not easily accessible by the public. Therefore, I find myself is very fortunate that I can get all this information firsthand. Other than that, also, I do see the new launches in the market right feed forward to me because I'm a property agent. So a lot of new launches happening in the market will appear in my database, and with a one finger click I can see all the information, and I do know what are the new projects that are coming out in the Klang Valley. And this has opened up my eyes to see how to get the first-hand information before everybody else as a property investor. And from there, I start all my property investment journey without looking back.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm just wondering, getting this kind of information in a very early stage or like faster than the public, how do you think that will help you in terms of your investment?
First of all, when we get the first-hand information, we get to know when is the launching date, and we always be the first one to queue up. And whenever we are the first one to queue up, we will be the first one to choose the unit that we like. That is the best advantage.
Now I got it. Yeah, my final question for you for today is, what will be your advice for aspiring property investors?
There are two key elements if they want to be a good property investor. The first element is about knowledge. As I always emphasize, do everything we can to acquire the knowledge. You can read up from materials like newspaper, visit the property galleries and property expo. On the other side also, you can also go and become an apprentice or students to a very seasonal property investor, because from their experience, they probably have a lot of roadblocks and challenges during their property investment. And believe me, none of us want to go through that kind of experience, because sometimes it can be very nightmare. And not only you gain, on how to avoid those pitfalls in property industry, you can also learn how to leverage with the system, on the financial system that we have to maximize your earning from the property industry. So knowledge for me is always the first element to master. And the second one, which go hand in hand, is about the financial. The earning income is always very important. We never go into a property market empty-handed, because if we are going into the way of flipping the property, it will be a bit risky and dangerous. For me, it's more like the act of gambling. Therefore, we look for a long-term investment into property, and we have to build our financial earning as much as possible. So we do what we can, to keep on increasing our income. Therefore, both two elements are very important, the knowledge and the financial side.
Thank you for the very insightful sharing, Yap. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode of the Yathav Show.